So in the previous class, we have solved one example related to non-sway frame. Today we'll start with sway frames. So as we know, sway frames they uh, displace laterally under the action of given loads. So this sway occurs maybe of two reasons. One, either it is unsymmetric, or it may be laterally unrestrained. These are the two reasons. If the frame is unsymmetric, then also the sway may occur, and if it is laterally unrestrained, then also sway occurs. Now there can be three different cases. Case 1, when both ends of the frame are fixed. That means suppose we have a frame both of its ends fixed, and it is subjected to, let us say, some lateral load Q, or lateral load, let us say, S. So let us have the unsymmetry due to the geometry. So this one is the stiffer member. This will be the flexible member, because the length of this member is small, so it will be stiff, and this will be flexible. So the frame will sway like this. Okay, and let this be delta. This is also delta. Now let us say this is A, B, C and D. So because of this way, let us consider this, separate these column members. This vendor will say like this. This will say like this. This is also delta. This is also delta. This is A, B, this is C, and this is D. Now, because of this displacement delta, there will be a moment in the member. So this moment will be 6 EI delta by, if this is L1, let us say this is L1, length of this member, this is L2, this is L1, and this length is L2. So it will be 6 EI L1 square, okay, and same moment will be developed here also, that is 6 EI delta by L1 square. Similarly, here also we'll have a moment in anti-clockwise direction, which will be 6 EI delta by L2 square, and here also a moment equal to 6 EI delta by L2 square. Okay. So now here we don't know the value of delta, so we don't know this moment. So here M BA is equal to M AB, which is equal to 6 EI delta by L1 square, and M CD is equal to M DC equal to 6 EI delta by L2 square. Now here we don't know the value of delta, so we don't know this, but we know that these delta are same for both these moments. So we can say that MBA is proportional to MCD. So we can say 6 EI delta by L1 square is proportional to 6 EI delta by L2 square. So we can say 1 by, so these moments, so we can say the moments MBA is to MCD, they are proportional in the ratio of 1 by L1 square is to 1 by L2 square. Say for say M is to N, okay, we don't know the value of m and n. Okay. Okay, so what we can do next? Let us say the inertia is also changing. Then you can write this as, here we have considered constant cross section, but inertia may also change. Let us say this is E1 and this is I1 and I2. For this section it is I1, and for this section it is I2. So in that case, here this will be I1 and this will be I2. So in that case we will have I1 is to I1 by L1 square is to I2 by L2 square. Say for example this is in the proportion m is to n. So what we can do now, we can assume, let us say m dash BA m dash BA is equals to minus m dash AB equals to, or simply we can write this as m dash AB equals to minus m, and m dash CD is equals to m dash DC equals to minus n. These are the arbitrary moments which we don't know. We are assuming some moments, and we then obtain the sway force due to these arbitrary moments and compare it with the sway force obtained from the non-sway analysis, and then we do the sway corrections later on to get the final moments. Okay, now here the negative sign is because uh, here this frame sways towards the right, so 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 the moment will be in anti-clockwise. This moment will be in anti-clockwise. Okay, because the frame rotates in clockwise direction, so the developed moment will be in anti-clockwise direction. So that is why it is negative. Here negative sign due to sway towards right. If the frame sway towards the left, then you have to take this as positive, because when the frame sway towards the right, towards the left, the frame will rotate in anti-clockwise direction, and the moment developed or moment induced will be in clockwise direction. So in that case you have to take positive as per our sign convention. Now the second case may be when suppose you have both the ends hinge. When both ends are hinged. So let us say this is hinged here, this is hinged here, same let this be L1 and I1 for this, and this be L2 and I2 for this member. Let this be A, B, C and D. Again we can separate the members. So this will deflect like this. Here so let this be delta, this be delta. So here the moment developed in this member will be 3 EI delta by 3 EI I1 L1 square, and moment here will be 0 because it is hinge support. This will be 0. Same way, moment here will be 0 and moment here will be 3 EI2 delta by L2 square. So here also your moment MBA is 3 EI delta by L1 square, and moment MCD is equal to 3E, this is I1 I2 delta by L2 square. Now these moments are proportional. MBA is proportional to MCD, which is equal to 3E I1 delta by L1 square is proportional to 3E I2 delta by L2 square. So we can say MBA is proportional to MCD, which is in the ratio of I1 by L1 square is to I2 by L2 square. Say for example, this be M is to N. Okay, so again your M you can taking MBA dash equals to minus M, and MCD dash equals to minus N. Okay, minus, again minus sign is because the frame sway towards the right, negative sign because of the frame sway towards the right, and M dash AB will be equal to 0, and M dash DC will be 0. These are the arbitrary moments. For sway analysis. So this is for sway analysis, and the negative sign due to sway towards right. The third case might be one end hinged, and other end fixed. So here, let us say this is the hinged end, A, B, C and D. Let this be L1, I1, this be L2, I2. Again, we separate the column members for sway analysis. This is delta, this is also delta. The moment developed here will be 3 EI I1 delta by L1 square. Moment developed here will be 0 because it is hinged. Moment developed here will be 6 E I2 delta by L2 square. Moment developed here will be 6 E I2 delta by L2 square. This is L1 I1, this is L2 I2, this is B, this is A, this is D and this is C. So again we know that these moments will be proportional. So here M BA is equal to 3 I1 delta by L1 square. M AB is 0. MCD is equal to 6 EI2 delta by L2 square, and MBC equals to 6 EI2 delta by L2 square. Note that these are all negative, so you can put a sign negative here. These are all actually negative because as per our sign convention these are negative, but we are interested in the ratio, so that is why it will not affect much. So here M BA proportional to M CD, which is equal to minus 3 EI1 delta by L1 square is proportional to minus 6 EI2 delta by L2 square. So here this will be I1 by L1 square is proportional to 2 I2 by L1 square. Okay, say for example this is M is to N. This ratio is M is to N. So then you can take moment M dA dash equals to minus M, again minus M because it is anticlockwise. M AB dash will be 0. Taking these are moments for sway analysis. Okay, taking moment this for sway analysis. M CD dash will be minus 6 to N. M DC will be equals to minus N. These are the arbitrary moments. arbitrary moments for sway analysis. Okay, again here negative sign due to sway towards right. Okay, it sway towards right, that is why it is negative. Okay, now let us discuss the method of analysis. The thing what we have discussed, that is for the sway analysis. When we do the sway analysis, then what arbitrary moments to be considered, that we have discussed. Now the method would be the first step. First you have to carry out non-sway analysis. Carry out non-sway analysis. Okay, assuming the frame as a non-sway, assuming frame as non-sway, restrained by assume frame as non-sway frame, restrained by fictitious support, that means imaginary support. Okay, you first carry out the non-sway analysis, assuming the frame to be non-sway, restrained by fictitious support. Say for example, we have let us say we have this frame. Okay, so what you can do, you assume some fictitious support. Let us say this is the frame. Now this frame is a non-sway frame. Okay, this is non-sway frame. But what you can do, you can convert this into an fictitious frame. You apply the fictitious support to the frame to convert into. So this is sway frame. Sorry, this is sway frame. What you do, you assume some fictitious support here. Okay, this is nothing but the fictitious support, or that means Means imagine there is a support over here and analyze the frame as a non-sway frame. So this is the first step. Then you obtain next step. Obtain sway force from non-sway analysis. Non-sway analysis. So you will get some force S from the non-sway analysis. You will get some this value of S. Okay, this is the actual sway. Okay, then the third step is what we have discussed earlier. You have to carry out sway analysis. Okay, sway analysis assuming arbitrary moments based on the proportion of moments in the column. Say for based on the moments, let us say based on the moments in the columns. For example, M BA proportional to M CD. For this case, this is, let us say this is A, B, C and D. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. We are assuming fictitious support at C. Okay, and from that you will get from this sway analysis you obtain sway force corresponding to arbitrary moments, same as obtained in step 2. In the same manner, obtained in step 2. And next we have to carry out sway correction. So sway correction will be let us say M let us say moments M dash AB, or moment M dash be the non-sway moment, let M double dash, I write IJ be the sway moment, and the correction to this will be multiplied by s by s dash. This is s dash, you will get s dash from this. Okay, so final moment will be the sum of these two. This will be the final moment, Mij. So this is how you can analyze the non-sway frame. It is a you have to carry out the moment distribution twice. First for the non-sway analysis and second for the sway analysis. So let us take an example. We are considering a case in which both are in support. And the frame is subjected to an eccentric point load of 120 kilonewton. This is 1 meter, this is 2 meter, this is A, B, C, D, this is 4 meter, this is 4 meter, this is 3 meter, and if you see the axis of this is, let this be the axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. Okay, now here you can see that the frame is symmetric with respect to boundary condition. With respect to geometry, it is symmetric, but with respect to the loading, it is unsymmetric. So this frame is a non-sway frame because there is no lateral restraint provided. And for this frame, EI is constant. EI is constant for this frame. So first you have to identify whether the frame is a sway frame or a non-sway frame. So here the frame is unsymmetric with respect to loading, and again there is no lateral restraint. So this implies the frame is a sway frame. So first you have to carry out the sway analysis, non-sway analysis, sorry, non-sway analysis, assuming fictitious support, assuming fictitious support at C, to analyze this frame assuming a fictitious support here. Okay, this is imaginary support. Now by putting this support over here, this frame is a non-sway frame because this support will prevent the frame to undergo sway. Okay. Now you analyze the frame as a non-sway frame. So the first step for the non-sway analysis is restrain the frame, and find friction moments. I am writing directly the friction moments. You just verify this. MFAB is equals to MFBA will be 0 because there is no load on member AB. Okay, on member AB there is no load. Similarly, member CD there is no load. So MFCD and MFDC will be 0. So only we'll have MFBC and MFCB will be there. MFBC will be equal to minus 120 into 1 into 2 square by 3 square. Similarly, MFCB will be equal to 120 into 1 square into 2 by 3 square. These moments are minus 53.33 kilonewton meter. Just verify these values. 26.67 kilonewton meter, and MFCD equals to MFDC. They will be 0 because there is no load on member CD. Okay. Next step is to find the distribution factor. So the distribution factor I am again writing distribution factor directly for joint A. Distribution factor for joint A, AB for member AB will be 0 because it will be 1, not 0, because support A is hinged. Distribution factor for member BA will be equal to 0.36. I am writing directly, you find it out at your end. Okay. And distribution factor for BC is equal to 0.64. Okay, these are the at joint B. Okay. Similarly, the distribution factor at CB will be equal to 0.64, and the distribution factor for CD will be equal to 0.36. This is at joint C, and the distribution factor for DC is equal to 1 because D is hinge joint. Support D is hinge. Okay, so we have the distribution factors. Next step is to distribute the moment. So for that we make a table. Let us say this is joint A, joint B, joint C, and joint D. These are the joints. Then we write the members connected to that joint. So this is connected to AB, this is connected to BA and BC, this is connected to CB, CD, and this is connected to DC. Then we write the distribution factors for this member. It is 1 for this member, it is 0.36 for this, 0.64 for this, 0.64 for this member, 0.36 and 1. Then we write the friction moments. Friction moment is 0 for this, 0 for this, minus 53.33 for this member, and for this it is 26.67. Okay, this 0 and 0. Okay, now here the member, this joint A and joint D are hinged, so we have to release C and D and then carry over, but since there is no friction moment, they will be same as the actual moments. So the initial moments will be the same for this case. Will be 0, 0, minus 53.33, 26.67, 0 and 0. Now we carry out the distribution 1. So distribution 1, here the unbalanced moment is 53.33. So you have to balance this. So 53.33 multiplied by 0.36, that will give you 19.2, and 53.33 multiplied by 0.64, that will give 34.13. Similarly, here the unbalanced moment is 26.67. So minus 26.67 multiplied by 0.64, that will give you minus 17.07, and minus 26.67 multiplied by 0.36 will give minus 9.6. Here this will be dash, dash. Then we carry over the moment. So carry over 1. Now this cannot be carried forward here because it is already been released. So this will be carried forward here. So it is 0. Similarly, this will be carried forward here. It is 0, but this cannot be carried forward here. So dash. This cannot be carried forward here. So dash. And half of this will be carried forward here. Half of this will be carried forward here. So here this will be 17.07 and this will be minus 8.54. Then we do the second cycle, distribution 2, because there is still unbalanced moment of 8.54 at B and 17.07 at C. So distribution 2, So 8.54 multiplied by 0.36 will give you 3.07, and 5.84 multiplied by 0.36 will give 5.47. Similarly, 17.07 multiplied by 0.64, that will give you minus 10.92, and minus 17.07 multiplied by 0.36 will give minus 6.15 dash dash. Next we do carry over 2. So again this will be carry forward here, this cannot be carry forward here, 0, this will be 0, this will be carry forward here, but this cannot be carry forward here, so dash, this will be 0, and half of this will be carry forward here, half of this will be carry forward here, so it will be 5.47 minus 5.46, and this will be 2.74. Then we do distribution 3, because still we have unbalanced moment of 5.46. So 5.46 multiplied by here, that is 0.36. So it will be 1.97 here, and 3.49 here, minus 1.76 here, and minus 0.98 here, 0, 0. Then carry over 3, this will be carry forward here, 0, this will be carry forward here, 0, half of this will be here, half of this will be here, so it will be minus 0.88 here, it will be 1.75. okay, this is dash, this is dash. So next distribution, because still we have unbalanced moment of 0.88 and 1.75. So further distribution will give you, this will be 0.32, this will be 0.56, minus 1.12, minus 0.65, 0, 0. Similarly, then carry over 4, this will be 0 here, 0 here, dash, dash, half of this will be here, half of this will be here, so this will be minus 0.56, and this will be 0.28. Then we do the final distribution, distribution 5. So this will give you 0.2, 0.36, this will be minus 0.18, and minus 0.1, 0, 0, and finally the difference is in 0.1 decimal, so we can stop here. The final moments, zero here, minus 17.46 here, 17.46 here, 24 minus 24 point minus 24.76, 24.76 and 0. Okay, so these are the final moments. So this is the first step of non-sway analysis. Next, second step is to obtain actual sway force. Okay, so for that, the reaction at the 50 force can give you the sway force. So for that, we take the we have this number. Let us number AB. This is number. Let HA be the horizontal reaction at A. This is A. This is B. This is C, and this is D. And similarly, HD be the horizontal reaction at D. This is 4 meter. This is 4 meter. Okay. We have the moments. The moment here is 0. We have from this analysis. The moment here is 24.76. Okay. The moment here is 0, and the moment here is anti-clockwise 17.46. So we can now find the sway force from this. So taking moment at B, so taking moment at B, you will have minus HA into 4 plus 0 plus 24.76. So you will get the value of HA. So HA comes out to be 24.76 divided by 4, that will be 6.19 kilonewton. It is acting from left to right because it is positive, so whatever the sign we have assumed, that is okay. Then taking moment at C, you will have HD into 4 negative, because again this is causing anti-clockwise moment at C. So at C this will be anti-clockwise moment, plus 0 because HD moment at D is 0, minus 17.46 because this is anti-clockwise. So minus 17.46, this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0. We are taking summation of moments at C equals to 0. We have taken here summation of moments at B equals to 0. So you will get HD is equals to minus 17.46 divided by 4. So that will be minus 4.37 kilonewton. Minus means we have assumed it to be from left to right, but it is actually acting right to left. Okay, so this will be the sign. So the sway force, actual sway force will be actual sway force S will be equal to 6.19 minus 4.37, so that is equal to 1.82 kilonewton. This is the actual sway force, and this is from right to left because this is greater value. So 6.19 minus 4.37, so that is 1.82 acting in towards the right. So towards the right means your arbitrary moment should be negative. Okay, so now we move to the third step, that is non-sway analysis. Okay, so for non-sway analysis, again you have to assume this MBA is MBA dash equals to is proportional to MCD dash, so which are in the proportion of 3 E I, here I is constant, so 3 EI delta by 4 square, L1 is 4, is to 3 EI delta by 4 square. So they are in the proportion 1:1. Okay, so this moment will be proportional to 1:1. So say for example, say 10:10. We can write this as 10:10 also, because they are 1:1. Okay, so now we assume the moments taking MBA dash equals to -10. Why -10? Because the frame sway towards the right. The frame sway towards the right. That means if if the frame sway towards right, that means the moment developed in the frame will be in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, that will be 3 EI. So actually this is negative. This is negative, this is negative, but this will not affect the proportion because both are negative. So 3 EI delta by 3 EI delta by 4 square. Okay. Similarly, on the for the other member also, this will be same. So this will be in anti-clockwise. So we are taking this as negative. And MCD dash equals to -10 kilonewton meter. Okay, and AB dash will be 0 because A is hinge support. MDC dash will be equal to 0. So with these arbitrary moments, we carry out the sway analysis. Okay, so considering these arbitrary moments, carry out sway analysis. Okay, here negative sign due to sway towards right. Okay, sway towards the frame, sway towards right. So same as earlier, we carry out the moment distribution. So let us say this is A, B, C and D. These are the joints, members. So member will be AB, BA, BC, CB, CD and DC. Okay, then we write the distribution factor. Distribution factors are same as earlier. This is 0, this is 1, 0.36, 0.64, 0.64, 0.36, and this is 1. And we write the arbitrary moments. Now instead of fixed moments, we use arbitrary moments here. Arbitrary moments. Here arbitrary moment is 0. This is minus 10. 0 here, 0 here, minus 10 and 0. Okay. So now with these arbitrary moments, again you carry out the release, but you can take out you can skip this step here because these are 0 here. So distribution 1. So here the unbalanced moment is minus 10. So balance this 10 into 0.36. So this will be 3.6. This will be 6.4. Same way this will be 6.4. This will be 3.6. This will be 0, 0. Then carry over 1. So this cannot be carried forward here. So 0. This will be carried forward here. 0. Half of this will be carried forward here. That will be 3.2. Half of this will be carried forward here. 3.2. 0 here, and this cannot be carried forward here. 0. Then distribution 2. This cannot be carried forward here. This cannot. The distribution moment is 0 here. So 3.2 into 0.36. That will be minus 1.15, and then it is 2.05 minus 2.05. Okay, if you distribute this moment, it will be this, then this will be minus 2.05, this will be minus 1.15 and 0 here. Carry over 2. This cannot be carried forward here. 0. Half of this will be carried forward here. 0. Half of this will be carried forward here. 0, 0. This will be 1.03 minus. This will be minus 1.03. Then third cycle. It will be 0.37, 0.66, this will be 0.66, 0.37, 0 and 0. Then carry over 3. This cannot be carried forward here. 0. This will be carried over for this, half of this, 0.33, 0.33, 0, 0. Okay, then distribution 4. (0.33) means minus 0.11 here, minus 0.22 here, minus 0.22, minus 0.11, 0, 0. Then carry over 4. This cannot be carried forward here. 0. So 0, 0, 0. Half of this will be carried forward. 0.11 minus 0.11. Now here we have distributed the moment up to a precision of 0.11. If you want further, you can carry out. So let us take one more cycle and then stop it. So distribution phi, this will be 0. Now 0.11, that means it will be 0.04 here, 0.07 here, 0.07 here, 0.04 here, 0. Now now the difference in both the moments are in 2 decimals. So we can stop here. We'll have final moments 0 minus 7.25, 7.25, 7.25 minus 7.25. Okay, and this is 0. Okay, so next is the fourth step. So we stop here, and in the next class we'll continue with the fourth step. In the fourth step, we'll obtain sway force corresponding to arbitrary moments obtained from step 3. Okay, and then we carry out the sway correction. So let's stop here. If you have any doubt, we can discuss now. Any doubt in this?